Hi, this is Sean Perrin, and you're listening to the introductory episode of the clarinet.com podcast, the podcast where we'll be discussing all that's new and neat for clarinet. We'll be doing product reviews, interviews, educational episodes, and exciting product giveaways to subscribers. This is an introductory episode to give listeners a heads up as to what's coming and a chance to get on board right away. The podcast will officially be launching with the first full-length episode, interview, and giveaway on January 4th, 2016. So far, we have 8 interviews with prominent clarinetists and musicians planned, and over $1,000 worth of products to give away. Today, I'd like to announce the first 5 guests, as well as some of the products. Daryl Caswell is the first non-clarinetist we'll be talking to, but trust me, you definitely don't want to miss what he has to say. He has graduate degrees in both engineering and music, is a senior engineering instructor at the University of Calgary, and is currently the principal horn player for the Red Deer Symphony. He managed to combine his passions for engineering and music, and is the co-inventor of the world-renowned Landwehr reed knife. We'll be having a conversation about music, his revolutionary knife, and we'll be making some videos that will appear on the Clarinet YouTube channel about adjusting reeds and caring for your knives properly. One lucky listener will be treated to one of his amazing reed knives. Michael Norsworthy is a professor of clarinet for the Boston Conservatory, an artistic advisor for Selmer Paris, and an artistic clinician for D'Addario Woodwinds. He has premiered over 125 works and has appeared on more than 40 commercially available CDs. We'll be talking with him about his incredibly extensive performing career as a soloist, chamber musician, recording artist, and professor, and he'll be providing us with a signed copy of his latest CD to give away. Ryan Pereira is the founder of 3D Clarinet Innovations, which I believe to be the first company in the world dedicated to the production and sale of 3D printed products for clarinet. I'll be discussing his fascinating innovation, and he'll be answering listener questions about his product, the process, and the future of the technology in the industry. Ryan has graciously provided us with 5 products to be given away on the show. The first will be his 3D bell and 2 traditional barrels, and the runner-up will receive 2 bold 3D printed barrels. The barrels will be in length 66 and 65 millimeters. Tom Wolski held a tenured position in the U.S. Army Field Band for over 20 years. His career is based around the idea that music should be as fun for others as it is for him, and he continues to work as a performer, recording artist, author, and educator of the highest caliber. He has had the opportunity to work with Bakun Musical Services, Antigua Winds, and Leger Reeds in the design and testing of clarinet products to make sure they're more fun and easier to play. He'll be coming on the show to talk about his passion for music, his books, his career, and hopefully we get some interesting stories about his time with the Army Band. Tom has provided us with his incredible playing at the start and end of the podcast, and you can hear more tracks like this on his SoundCloud page at www.soundcloud.com/klezmertom, and Tom is spelled T-O-M, of course. Peter Sprigs is the world-renowned clarinet repairman, player, teacher, inventor, and owner of the Clarinet Centre in the gorgeous Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. He has studied with the godfather of woodwind repairs, Hans Monig, and the famous Anthony Gigliotti of the Philadelphia Orchestra. He is the inventor of the remarkable floating rails ligature, which has been used by professionals all around the world since its inception, and he'll be talking about his ligature, his career, and his experience as a clarinet repairman on our show. Peter has sponsored the podcast with one of his amazing floating rail ligatures to give away. So, that's what we've got in store for the first few episodes of the podcast. There's more in the works, including a multi-product offering from Vientos Bamboo, and a special surprise from Canada's own Bakun Musical Services is in the works as well. I'll be announcing the first product giveaway on the first episode on January 4th, after my discussion with Ryan Pereira of 3D Clarinet Innovations, and the winner will be announced at the end of the episode, starting at episode 2 then. In order to win product mentioned on the podcast, you must do 2 things. Like the Facebook page, and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Finally, if you find that you're enjoying the podcast, you can support it in 3 ways. You can like our Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or SoundCloud. You can discuss and share content from the website and podcasts on your own blog, on social media, and with your friends, colleagues, students, and family. Or you can support it directly by purchasing your neat and new clarinet products from clarinet.com's online store at clarinet.com/store. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on January 4th.